Washington State University had a very warm welcome for head coach Jake Dickert as he was introduced officially as the brand new head football coach there at WSU. His deal, we now know, is for 5 years at $2.7 million a year. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Whitney Ward. Mark is off tonight. So WSU Athletic Director Pat Chun held an introductory press conference today for Coach Dickert. Our sports director Brenna Green is live now in Pullman with the man of the hour. Hi, Brenna.
Hi, Whitney. Yes, I'm joined by the 34th man in charge of WSU football. Jake, just how does it feel to be in this moment right now after everything you've been through this season?
Well, I think for me personally, it's a dream come true. You know, since I was a little kid, I mean, this is just something that I've always wanted. You know, I've loved this game and invested a lot of my life in this game, and it's just so special for me and my family to find a place that fits us and to really set down roots there where we grow and just pour our lives into Washington State and this community. So it's a special moment for us.
When they gave you the interim tag, did you envision this to be a possibility?
You know, I'm not going to say envision, but I had a plan for it. You know, I knew I was going to take over and I was going to show what I could do. And those are unique opportunities because you're really interviewing on the job. And my whole goal was to have this thing happen and really get to this result. So I just think I really owe a lot to the players. I owe a lot to our staff. And I think those are the ones that really, you know, they did this. And I'm just an honor to represent them.
You mentioned the players. They have been so vocal about supporting you during this time. What has that meant to you?
Well, I just think it was a headway of a lot of emotions and finding the right time where I could just come in and be myself. And we just channeled all that energy in the right direction, and it was a player-driven thing. You know, it just means a lot to have their support and have their just continued, you know, want to me lead the program. And we got a special group. We got a lot of work ahead. We're going to do it the same way we have done it the last 6 weeks, and that's one day at a time.
What was it like for you interviewing for a job while you had the job in some sense?
Well, I think it's different. I don't know if I ever thought about it that way. But I think it was just one of those things where I know if I could just stay the plan, stay the course, and just keep pouring into our guys' lives. There was very little sleep. There was a lot of coffee. And there's just a lot of those moments where, you know, you didn't know if you could keep going, but I just knew that I had to give these guys everything I had. And that was the driving force before everything the last 7 weeks.
Family as well during the press conference. You've never been somewhere longer than 3 years in your career. You said that you moved 8 times in 9 years at one point. What does it mean to you to be able to look your family in the eyes and say, this is home?
It was a special moment, you know, when we finally got the news and we know we're going to be able to stay in Pullman. And like I said, a place that just fits us and our core values and who we are as a family. It's a special moment. There's a lot of tears. There's a lot of celebrating. There's just a lot of happy faces. And you know, the last 6 weeks have been challenging, but to have that moment and to come home to these guys, it was so special.
What's next for you?
Well, you know, tomorrow we got practice, 7:30 a.m., you know, so we're going to go do that. I got a bunch of recruiting meetings to get to and, you know, get an opportunity to visit with our staff and just to make sure that I'm doing everything in my power to make sure we're doing it right by the players in this program, and I'm going to give this thing everything I have.
Thank you so much, Coach Dickert. We will have more tonight from Coach Dickert at 10 and 11 o'clock. But for now, reporting in Pullman, I'm Brenna Green, KREM 2 Sports.
All right, Brenna, thank you very much. And thank you to Coach Dickert as well.